What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be taking a break from the Warzone gameplay. I'm going to bring you guys back some ground war sauce. And today we're not going to be talking about Warzone, even though I really have a lot of other things I want to talk about with it and other topics I want to discuss. Today I want to talk a little about something different, something that's actually very important in the Call of Duty community. Now, a lot of us thought that Sledgehammer Games got completely cut. They got fired, and they're no longer going to be working on any Call of Duty video games. But apparently, coming from the gaming revolution, which this is all leaks, none of this stuff is true, Activision didn't come out and say any of these things are true, but the gaming revolution has been on point with practically everything. All the leaks with the Warzone map, the details, the Modern Warfare multiplayer details, campaign, everything he has said about Modern Warfare basically came true. Maybe a few things here and there weren't true. But overall, you can tell that his sources, or whoever gives him this information, is telling him straight facts. So I usually tend to believe a lot of the stuff that he's saying, or basically know that it's going to be something similar. And he went ahead and said that the free-to-play CoD game made by Sledgehammer Games is going to be available on console, PC, and mobile devices in 2021. Now, that right there, it's a lot of stuff we can take out of this tweet right here. But first off, I want to talk about Sledgehammer Games. Now, this is really crazy because Sledgehammer Games, we thought, was not working on any other Call of Duty games. We thought that Treyarch completely took over the whole 2020 release, which they are. But this would make sense right here, because what I think is that Call of Duty, or Activision, saw how well Call of Duty Mobile did. They saw that free-to-play mobile game absolutely blew up, gave them tons of money. Now they're seeing that Modern Warfare with the free-to-play Battle Royale, having like 15 million people already playing it, it shows a lot that free-to-play is the wave, is going to be the future of video games. But what doesn't make any sense to me is why isn't Treyarch working on the free-to-play title? Why is Sledgehammer Games working on a Call of Duty game that's going to be released on console, PC, and mobile? Well, this makes me think a little bit. Maybe Sledgehammer Games was demoted. Maybe this free-to-play title is going to be not a main series Call of Duty game, but maybe just a specifically multiplayer style game. Just like Black Ops 4 was, but only multiplayer. No campaign, no zombies, no Battle Royale or anything like that. Just strictly multiplayer. And that would make sense because then Treyarch and Infinity Ward would on and off continue the rotation that they usually do every other year of Infinity Ward and Treyarch taking over. And they just keep their thing going with their full-priced releases. And then Sledgehammer Games goes ahead and releases a free-to-play Call of Duty game, which they can work on, that's for all the consoles. But I don't know, something about this just does not seem right. It doesn't make sense to me why Activision would strip Sledgehammer Games off of their current title, make Treyarch work extra hard, come into a game extra early, and work on Call of Duty 2020, and then push Sledgehammer Games to a free-to-play Call of Duty title. I mean, something there just doesn't seem right to me. But obviously we won't know any more details until the gaming revolution or Activision says some more, so all we can really see is what he's telling us right now. It's just really crazy to me that Activision would have the nerve to knock Sledgehammer Games off of this, to push them back. It only makes sense that they see that the free-to-play pattern pays them the most money, which means that they need Sledgehammer Games to go ahead and work on it. But I just feel like it would make so much more sense if Treyarch went ahead and worked on the free-to-play title. It would be a banger. But what makes sense to me is that they're probably saving Treyarch for, you know, paid titles, because Treyarch, obviously, and Infinity Ward are both, in my personal opinion, the better development studios when it comes to Call of Duty games, when it comes to the full-around development cycle of campaign, multiplayer, and zombies, or special ops, whatever you want to call it from the Infinity Ward side. Whatever it is, Treyarch and Infinity Ward does that the best. Sledgehammer Games, as you saw, zombies with World War II, wasn't the best zombies, we can all be honest here. Their campaign was mediocre, and their multiplayer was meh. It was kind of just a bland game. So I guess it just makes sense that Activision would cut Sledgehammer Games and push them to a free-to-play title instead of making people pay full-price money for a game that Sledgehammer makes. They're probably going to specifically keep that for Treyarch and Infinity Ward to have full-priced games, and here we are with Sledgehammer Games making a free-to-play title. But overall, I'm happy. I'm happy that a free-to-play Call of Duty game is coming into the cycle. Now, is it going to be a free-to-play Call of Duty game for the full year? Or is it going to be another Call of Duty game, which is more than likely going to be Infinity Ward if Treyarch makes the 2020 title? But if Infinity Ward makes another game in 2021, is this going to be like a little side free-to-play project that Sledgehammer Games is putting together? Because, as you guys saw in the tweet as well, they're talking about console, PC, and mobile being crossplay, which is actually really insane. Console and PC, I completely understand. But now they're saying they're going to toss mobile players into the mix. Now, I don't know how I feel about this, because as you guys know, mobile, if you're versing PC, I already showed you guys gameplay. You can look back on my channel. I used the PC emulator to play CoD Mobile, and you just shred people. You absolutely wreck them. It's going to be an insanely unfair battlegrounds if they do decide to make crossplay across all those platforms. Now, clearly, they're probably going to have an option that they can disable crossplay for mobile devices and stuff like that, so they don't have to verse PC and console. But still, the thought of it is actually kind of fascinating. And that's actually pretty cool if they do decide to put a fully developed AAA-made video game on mobile as well. That's honestly going to be revolutionary for a lot of people. Have you ever seen a AAA developed game successfully make it into the marketplace for mobile devices? I mean, let's be honest here. A Call of Duty title, to be exact. Call of Duty Mobile is good and all, but you know, it's not completely made like every other Call of Duty game you play. Like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops series. Call of Duty Mobile isn't like that. Now, here we are with Sledgehammer Games. They're making a game that's going to be for mobile, free-to-play, console, and PC. I think this might be a good move for them. I mean, we all as a community, I've seen a lot of other people make videos, not just me, talking about how free-to-play Call of Duty would actually be the best route for them to take. Because obviously, full-price games are just going down the drain right now. And what really makes people want to cough up money is when a game is free-to-play. Honestly, I think more people spend more money on games that are free than they do if they paid full price for a game. If you pay $60 for a title, usually people are done with that. They're like, okay, I just coughed up 60 bucks. I'm done. But if you have a free-to-play game, people will spend 20, 40, 60, 100 plus dollars on that game, more than they initially would pay for a full-price AAA developed game. So it really shows that free-to-play has a better income. More revenue comes out of free-to-play titles. And that's good for Call of Duty, because Call of Duty needs to stay alive, it needs to stay relevant, and it's hard nowadays with all these different games coming out because, as you know, like I said, free-to-play is taking over the marketplace, and Call of Duty is a very old game. Even though a lot of people are just coming into it, it's been around for a while. Like, come on now, Call of Duty 4, World at War, all those good classic games are ancient now, 10 plus years old. So Call of Duty is an old game. They have to try to stay up to date, keep up with the crowd. And this is a really good way. I think this is probably the best possible solution for Activision to hold on to Call of Duty. And it seems like they know this is going to be the downfall. They know that these AAA developed games are selling for $60. Probably won't go on for too much longer. I mean, you see games like Fortnite and Apex Legends, which are made by AAA developed studios, coming out free to play. How are you going to compete with that? How are you, especially with a younger audience and stuff like that, how are you going to get younger children to play your game if you're going to put a $60 price tag on it? Then they have to ask their parents, and their parents have to go to the store, and the people at the store are going to say, well, it's rated M, are you sure you want to give this to your kid? And the majority of them will say, yeah, whatever, and give them the game. But other parents will be like, I don't know, let's stick with a rated E game. And it's a lot easier to make a game free to play. The kids can just go onto their system, whatever it is, PlayStation, PC, Xbox, whatever you have going on, and you can download it without anybody knowing, and you can play the game. Even though that's kind of mean for me to say, to go behind your parents' back and do something like that, but this is the honest truth. If we're going to be talking from a business perspective, it's much better if you can make it free to play so everybody can download it and then start making people cough up money afterwards. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people who will pay full $60 for a Call of Duty game. But just think, if you make the game free to play, the amount of people that usually buy your game in the full year, you'll like double or triple that number if you just make it simply free to play. Then everybody's going to play it. Battlefield fans will download it, Rainbow Six Siege fans will download it, Apex Legends fans will download it, Fortnite fans will download it, just because of the one simple fact that it is free. If your game is free, nobody can complain. You can't complain about something that is free, right? But overall, I'm very happy with this news. I hope this just isn't a leak that they're thinking about doing, like this is in the back of their minds thinking about making a free-to-play Call of Duty game. I hope this is true, because this would be a very amazing move for the Call of Duty development team, and Activision will not be disappointed if they decide to make Call of Duty a free-to-play game, and this will revolutionize what gaming is today. This would revolutionize everything. Soon every game would follow in Call of Duty tracks, and like I used to say, Call of Duty used to be a trendsetter. They used to set the trends. Nowadays, they kind of follow them. And if they go ahead and make Call of Duty free, they're once again the trendsetters. Then I guarantee, all these other AAA developed games are going to become free to play right when Call of Duty does it. Call of Duty has a massive player base. They make tons of money every single year. Pretty much outsell every other FPS game yearly. It's a massive franchise, and if Call of Duty goes free to play, I promise you other games will go free to play as well. You just can't keep up. If Call of Duty, one of the biggest games in the universe, can do something like that, nobody's going to purchase any other games. They're going to look at the games that are selling for $60 and saying, well, I can pay $60 for that, or I can just go to Call of Duty and play that free to play. You know, it comes down to that. And I really hope that Call of Duty does try to revolutionize gaming as we know it, because if games become free to play and they just strictly, you know, sell stuff off of cosmetics and cool little charm things that they add into the game, calling card skin, I don't care what they do. As long as the game is free to play and there's no paid to win paths where you have to pay for weapons, pay for overpowered things that will give you a benefit, as long as none of that stuff is in there, I think free-to-play would be awesome. Can you imagine a world where every game is free and you can choose whatever game you want to play? That's like every kid's dream. That's like a kid walking into GameStop, back then when GameStop was relevant, and being able to pick whatever game they want off the shelf and they can have it. It doesn't matter what the price is. There is no price. They could just have it. You know, that's like a dream come true for a lot of people. And I think that would be absolutely outstanding if that's the new wave of gaming. But guys, do me a massive favor and go down into the comments section and let me know all of your opinions. Do you think the gaming revolution is telling the truth that Sledgehammer is making a free-to-play game for console, PC, and mobile in 2021? Or do you think this is all just fake news, none of this is real, blah 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 this, blah 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 that? Whatever you guys personally think. Me personally, the gaming revolution has been a very reliable source. I gotta say, he's been saying a lot of stuff that has come true in this game, and I don't doubt him when he says that they're going to make a free-to-play game. And realistically, from a business viewpoint, I think it will come true. I think Activision sees how much money they're making from free-to-play stuff, and they probably see how much money Modern Warfare is making. I guarantee after they made Warzone free-to-play, they got so many sales on Modern Warfare, I guarantee it, and they probably got so many sales on the Battle Pass as well. Probably so much money is coming from just a free-to-play game alone. Probably more money than they're probably getting in their regular microtransaction store just after, you know, simply buying the $6 game. But I think that Activision notices, and I think that the future of gaming is definitely going to be held in a free-to-play format. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. If you hated it, go dislike it. If you're brand new and you enjoyed what you heard, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, you just want to chat with me, see what I'm talking about video games, you can follow me over on Twitter, @JbowenDaMan. And also, you just want to catch me live streaming, I do that over on Twitch, @JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.